Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a really fast table runner. So if you're one of those that don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of experience sewing, then this is the project for you. You can choose to put interfacing or fusible fleece on the inside if you like. It is not necessary because this runner is so small. Now, if you want to make a really long version of this same table runner, I have another tutorial that you can go to show you how to make it longer. So you'll notice I have two different fabrics here. And make sure the fabrics you select have a good contrast. Also, you'll probably want to ask, should I wash my fabric before I get started? It all depends on how you're going to use it. Mine is just for a decoration on just a side table that I have. There's no food that's going to go on it. Plus, my fabric has a lot of glitter on it, and I don't want any of the glitter to fall off. So I'm not going to wash mine. But if yours is going to be a centerpiece, and there will be food on it, you can either spray it with Scotch Guard or pre-wash the fabric to make sure that it doesn't shrink. Okay, let's get started. I want to point out and identify the fabrics that I'm using. This green fabric, which is on the back also, is going to be identified as the A fabric. So when you hear me talking, that's what I'll be referring to. The piece down the center is the B fabric. This fabric here, the B, you'll just need 1/3 yard, and it's going to be cut 9 inches wide. And this green fabric, you'll need a 1/2 yard. It'll be cut 18 inches wide. To make sure your fabric is cut straight, because when you get it from the fabric store, it's not always cut straight, so you need to check that first. You want to fold the fabric in half with selvage edges together. That's the finished edge on your fabric. Here's your folded edge. Then you want to make sure this edge is straight and this edge is straight. And again, this is fabric A and it's 18 inches wide. Fabric B, you want to do the same thing. Fold it in half, selvage edges down here. Make sure the edges are straight and it should be 9 inches wide. This is an option. This is fusible interfacing. You can include it in your table runner or not. It does take a few more minutes to put it on. It's Pellon fusible interfacing is the one that I'm using. You can buy it at fabric stores and some Walmart stores. One side is very rough. That's the side that's put on the back side of your A fabric. You just follow package instructions for putting it on. Now in this demonstration, I won't be using the interfacing. Remember, it's just an option. This is my A fabric and my B fabric. You want to make sure both pieces are cut the same length. So what I'm going to do is bring front sides together. That's the pretty side. And line them up on one edge up here. And then go to each end and make sure these are the same length. So if one is a little bit longer than the other, then you go ahead and cut that edge off. Then go ahead and pin along here and stitch a 1/4 inch wide seam all the way down the full length. Then go to your ironing board and press this seam flat all the way down. Now you're going to take this edge and bring it up to this edge. So take your time bringing it all together. After pinning your edges together, then again stitch 1/4 inch wide seam from one end all the way down to the other end. After you finish stitching this seam, then make sure you press that edge flat. Pressing is a very important step in sewing. Once you've completed that, then go inside the opening here and reach down to the other end When you get to the other end, almost there, then grab that end and pull it through, turning this to where the front side of the fabric is facing out. After turning it front side out, then you want to adjust the fabric so you have the same amount on each side. So not one side is really skinny and the other side is wide. So just keep adjusting it till it looks about the same. Then go ahead and press all of the edges flat. Turn your table runner to where the front or top side of the table runner is facing down. So this is the back side. Then you want to fold it in half, bringing the ends together. Place pins to hold the ends together, and then stitch a 1/4 inch seam across this end and do the same thing at the opposite end. After I've stitched along here, you want to go up to the folded edge. That's this one right here. And you're going to take just a little bit off of this corner so that when we turn the fabric, it's going to lay a little flatter. So make sure you don't cut through your stitch line and just cut at an angle like that. Now open it up to where you see the back of the table runner and push that folded edge point out like this. So now when you're done, it should look like this, and you do this at each end. Now place pins across here to hold it down. Then you're going to start at one end and stitch really close to this edge all the way across. The last stitching you need to do is stitch right in where this seam is on each side. And you want to stitch as close to this top fabric or stitch right in the ditch right inside that seam there and stitch from one end to the other. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something new. If you're interested in other table runner tutorials, I have a lot. So what you want to do is check down below your YouTube screen in the description section. So scroll down until you see the words "Show More." Click on it and that area will expand open and you will see those links appearing. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl. This is Manny. See you next time.